Hello, it's Coach Ken. For this advanced training, it's coming from the bunker. Yes, this is my real life office where I have all my coaching calls. Very, very Spartan, I must say, with my wonderful things to remember on the wall behind me. A people, A places, A activities, month by design. And that one's the empire over there of where this capitalist is bringing this wonderful organization. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about today something quite fascinating, I believe. Once again, I apologize for the appearance here, but we're a little pressed for time. I'm heading to California tomorrow to keep America safe for capitalism. So that's why I'm not my fancy garb and you don't have the fancy setting behind you. It's just more of raw footage, raw stuff here. So what we're going to talk about today, of course, is attention. What you give attention to, you will get more of. You know that already. So I'm going to tell a fun little story about those of you who are considering culling your book, right, or creating more capacity for your business. And I'll give you a little bit of a parable around it. I think it would be kind of fun and get you to think a little bit differently. Right? One of the powers of coaching is to get you to think just a little bit differently, because if you think differently, you then get different results. So first point, you are the sun, and whatever you shine upon shall grow. Whatever you give attention to, you get more of. Now, some of the reasons why I have this stuff on the wall behind me is to help me remember what needs to be remembered. So I give it attention. Okay? So I can remember what my A activities are, my A people, my A places. Right? If you haven't covered that yet, you will. So what you give attention to, you get more of. Nature abhors a vacuum. There is no such thing as a vacuum in nature. All vacuums are man-made. For example, if you decide to go dig a 6 foot by 8 foot hole in your backyard for some strange reason, right, and you just leave it there, eventually that hole is going to start accumulating either lawn furniture, your children, your neighbors' leaves, or it may even turn into a pond, right? So nature abhors a vacuum. Anytime that space is created, things will get attracted into it. Now, if you're being mindful with A people, A places, and A activities, what's going to be attracted into that space are the results of A people, A places, and A activities. Once again, what you give attention to, you get more of. There's a distinction between being busy and being effective. Okay? When if you're busy, you get more busyness, right? The more attention you give to busyness, the busier you get. Just as the more attention you give to effectiveness, the more effective you become. But if you don't have any space, if you're overwhelmed by your business, you don't have any capacity. Okay? So how does one create capacity? Now, I'm going to give an example of culling a book. Right? Ideally, your client relationship should be around 150. Right? 150, it seems that's what you can effectively manage. I know some of you have 300, 500, 1,000, etc. So the fast way to grow your business literally is by contraction. If you begin to run the numbers on your business, you begin to see that it's a relatively small percentage of your relationships that provide you the majority of your business. Right? Once again, what you give attention to, you get more of. So let me tell you the couch story. So if you're going to cut your business, right? I'm not saying that you should, I'm not saying that, etc. I'm just getting you to think. Okay? If you're going to cut your business to create capacity, you want to cut it so that it actually hurts. All right? So pain is involved. Right? Because once again, nature pours a vacuum. Okay? If you have the capacity and you're working A people, A places, A activities, what's going to be attracted into that space is the results of A people, A places, A activities. So let me tell you a story about the comfy, cozy couch. Now, all of you bring your minds to your living room. And that couch, right? Sit in that couch. Ah, it's so comfy, cozy. So comfy, cozy. Your wife or your spouse comes to you and says, hey, we should get a new couch. And you're like, oh, but this couch is so comfy, cozy. So comfy, cozy. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. Hey, we should get a new couch because a new couch, it's got all these great massaging, adjusting, does everything that you wanted. This couch can give you the best experience of your living room ever. And you're like, yeah, we should get a new couch. We should, honey, but this couch is so comfy, cozy, and man, the store is so far away and I got all this other stuff to do and the couch just fits me so well. Let's talk about it next week. Next week happens, then the following week, then the following week, then it's 6 months later and your spouse is there, hey, we should get a new couch. Yeah, we should, but this one is so comfy, cozy. And you fall asleep in the couch. A year passes. You still have the same couch. Nothing has changed. The couch is comfortable. Why bother? It's a nice, comfy, cozy couch. Until one day you come home and the couch is gone. It's not there. You ask your spouse, hey, what happened to the couch? And they're like, what couch? Couch is gone. We don't have a couch. But I need to get comfy, cozy. So you start getting comfy, cozy on the floor. And guess what? It ain't that comfy, cozy. Okay? So ask yourself, how fast will it take for you to get a new couch? Almost instantaneously. Why is that? Because you're no longer comfy, cozy. Okay? If you actually create the capacity, you'll have to go out and build champion level relationships. But if you don't have the capacity, if you're busy in your comfy, cozy couch, you don't have to take new action. One of the things that hopefully we've taught you is to control thyself, know thyself, and to thine own self be true. Know that you'd rather be busy than be effective. So if you know yourself, the fastest way to grow the business that you want by design is to get rid of the old couch first. Fastest way to buy a new car, get rid of the old couch first. Now, once again, this is a thought exercise, right? To get you thinking a little bit differently. Right? What you give attention to, you get more of. Nature abhors a vacuum. The fastest way to buy a new couch is to get rid of the old couch first. Hope this will get you to think a little bit, be wonderful, and always remember, attention is best.